We can do a deal. I'll buy you a delicatessen in stainless steel. Stainless Steel is a 1986 game from Mikro-Gen, sadly no relation to For Your Eyes Only. Coded by Dave Perry, who also later coded the Turtles game and 3 Weeks in Paradise. You are Ricky Steele, teenage superhero, in his Class A101 hyper-alloy combat vehicle, Nightwind, to defeat the onslaught of android troops built and controlled by the infamous Dr. Vardos. You must stop him achieving his ultimate goal. So it's a top-down shooter. And you start off on foot, looking a bit like Robocop, except Robocop hasn't been invented yet. Watch the scanner at the bottom. You can see yourself kind of flickering along. You're not really denoted. There are helicopters flying at you and in the sky, and if you touch them, you die. Like that. I've got 2 lives left. It's a bit weird because you are bigger than the helicopters as well. So I don't quite understand. Wouldn't they be closer to the camera? Are they like drones? But drones hadn't been invented yet. Now, you are this kind... Oh, I'm dead again. Didn't even touch it. Yes, collision detection is a problem in this game. Forwarded it on another attempt. Now... There's no power-ups for your gun, and for a shoot-'em-up, that is rather unforgivable. You can pick up bombs or power-ups that give you no collision, so to speak, immunity. The game claims to have the fastest and smoothest 2-directional replacement inertia scrolling yet seen on the spectrum. And you can fire in 12 different directions. Hang on, 12 directions? Surely it's 8. Where's the other directions coming from? They can't even count. Over to the Amstrad CPC. Look, there's a serious Mad Max vibe here. Here we've got the level select on the Amstrad, or the difficulty level. There's 5 difficulty levels. So at least you get some appropriate gun noises on the Amstrad, and you can see your bullets a bit better. And on the Amstrad, despite the fact it could highlight your character in a different colour on the... Oh, I'm dead. On the radar display on the bottom, it's the same colour. So there's less than 50% of the game screen actually being used towards the game. You've got massive status displays either side, and then you've got the radar display at the bottom. Be careful not to shoot the fuel icons, because you won't then get the fuel power up. Because, oh yes, your energy drops the entire time. This game took Dave Perry 5 months to code, and he'd never done a game from above before, and said he would never do a game from above again. Well, mate, you're doing the between level bits on Turtles in a few years' time. A game never re-released either, although it may have been like some of the other Mikro-Gen software on EDOS. So I've got to my car. We're back on the Spectrum if you hadn't noticed. So now we're driving my flying car. It looks a bit like a Lotus with wings. And coming to end of level 1 on the Amstrad. It's very monochromatic, even though it doesn't need to be. I mean, it's 2 colours. Well, 3 colours, sorry, because black is a colour. So why not 4 colours? The Amstrad can do that. It's a lazy conversion, isn't it? Oh, no, hang on. We have got some more colours now. We're up to 4 colours on level 2. Doubt we're getting them in the gameplay area, though. We're just using the extra colour to tart up the status display. You have to clear the level of enemies, and you can go in either direction, up or down. So there's 17 to clear. It's not just a question of getting to the end of the level. You need to get to the end of the level and have killed, at the moment, 17 more enemies. And you can go either way. You will need to retrace your step at times to go back and shoot certain enemies if you miss them. I'm down to 12 enemies now. And yes, on the Amstrad, I am using a cheat that allows the enemies to touch me and shoot me without me dying, because stainless steel is quite hard. Although, you'll see a problem with the game in a minute, because even with cheats, this game's difficult. It's also stopped my bonus counting down, and the bonus will start going into reverse if it runs out. And that can start impacting the score, and when you score 0, it's game over. It's like the game's been made artificially difficult. Amstrad Action said this game has not enough stages or variety, there's a lack of colour, but it praised the forward and rear attack modes, gave it 65% crash, gave it 89%, your Sinclair 6 out of 10, ranks among the side of the best budget games, which is fine if this was a budget game. See what happened there? I touched a piece of the scenery, which is the same colour as all the other bits of scenery, some of which you can fly over. And look how much faster the spectrum is. That's level 2 done. Yes, certain bits of scenery will kill you, other bits you can fly over, and you're not told which is which. So level 3 is a river level. And there's some submarine things you need to shoot, and they come up and go down. And again, you can see you can fly over that bridge, but there will be bits you can hit that you have no indication that you can hit them. Because there's no sense of depth. There's no shadow on the car. Unless it's going over a bridge or something. That's level 3 done on the Specky. Off to level 4, which is the final level. And on this level, when you're on foot, you don't get a bomb like you do in the car when you activate the special button. You get immunity for about 5 seconds. So try again. Basically, you do the first and last level on foot. Says this is zone 3, but I would have thought it's zone 4. But never mind. Incidentally, I couldn't get this far on the Amstrad version. I'm now using the RZX archive to get me this far into the game, because the immunity thing, as I said, only works for the enemies and bullets. It doesn't work for crashing into the scenery, which is sometimes quite hard not to do. The radar is useful if it actually just had a better way of indicating where you are. I know your little group of 3 pixels is a different size to other things. When you're glancing down, you just cannot see that. One baddie left on the level. Gonna try and shoot him as he goes past. Ah, Vardos has escaped. You were too slow. Get after him. And the game loops round. Oh, I see. The reason that was level 3 is because Zone 1, Level 1 is actually Zone 0. And the game loops around forever, as far as I'm aware. Stainless steel. I think your Sinclair summed this up brilliantly. That said, if it was a budget game, it would rank up there among the best of them. The problem is, this is a full price game. 5 months to code this. 5 months. It's half a game. It's a concept. It just needs things adding to it. And a little bit more fairness to those levels where you're crashing into things that kill you. Collision detection that works better would be nice. More colour on the Amstrad. I mean, it's slow to begin with on the CPC, but really no excuse for just having a 2-colour gameplay area on that machine. As a budget game, yeah, actually, you probably would have forgiven a lot of the problems with this game. But sadly, this was $8.95 on tape, $13.95 for Amstrad disc users. And at that price, really, this game is nothing other than hugely disappointing.